Kerry, I think the first point we need to make clear is that over the last 20 or more years, one of the primary drivers in the world economy has been business process innovation, as opposed to the primary innovations which lead to patents, etc.
This is termed second-tier innovation.
Right.
Can you just explain what that means?
It's supply chain management, it's logistics, it's information management. This is where Hong Kong has become such a driving force articulating the world's production. Manufacture tends now to be demand driven by supply management processes.
Okay, what role does the second-tier innovation play in South Africa's taxation regime?
Well, our depreciation regime seems to incorporate principles from patent law which have nothing to do with commercial reality as far as we can see. Business processes are treated as goodwill and not depreciable. They're not depreciable. I mean, the patent system specifically excludes patents for business processes. But why that should apply in a depreciation regime, which is directed at encouraging productive fixed investment, defies reason.
But Derek, do you think Treasury is in a position to make such a provision?
Treasury, or if we look at the Income Tax Act, the transfer pricing provisions are absolutely alive to what drives revenue flows. It's alive to all the modern processes which contribute to revenue production.
And how in practice do you see encouragement of that kind yielding results?
Well, I think we need to get rid of the notion that goodwill should not be depreciated. Second-tier innovation falls into the context of goodwill. It's all the marketing intangibles. It's all the knowledge and information as to who needs what, where, and when, which drives production.
So in more specific terms, how would you propose Treasury change its tax policy?
Well, I know there's the immediate fear if we allow goodwill to be depreciated, acquired goodwill to be appreciated, we're going to get a rearrangement of deck chairs just for tax benefit purposes. But I think if intelligent cutoffs were applied, for example, if there were a geographical cutoff, if a business was translocated to South Africa, all the goodwill, the acquired goodwill, if that could be depreciated, we'd get an increase in the tax base, and there'd be no question of any loss to the fiscus.
Derek, just to wrap up quickly, wouldn't this be open to abuse by companies seeking tax breaks, just to end off there?
Not with that sort of geographical limitation, or one could have a quantum limitation. If the business was acquired in South Africa, limit the write-off to revenues in excess of the revenues that had been produced, say, in the year preceding the acquisition of the acquired business.
Thank you, Derek. Those of you who would like to read more about this interview, watch out for the next issue of the Tax Talk magazine, or you can contact Tax Talk on 011 476 5048. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for this evening. Until next week, goodbye.